Hello everyone, my name is Ben and I want to welcome you to the Soap Thing project. I will be introducing myself in bits and pieces over the next few videos, and I hope I can bring some worthwhile content to the wet shaving community. So, let's talk about fine accoutrements for a minute. Fine shaving soap went through something of a transformation at the end of 2020. They apparently lost their supplier in the Netherlands and moved their production to Italy. What you see here is an example of their Italian-made shaving soap. This is 21st century shaving soap from Fine Accoutrements, and this is in their Aquamarine scent. It's a West Coast shaving exclusive. Here it is side by side with the Fine Classic shaving soap. See that there? And this is obviously a triple milled hard puck. Well, the Fine 21st century shaving soap is quite the croapy sort of affair. So they changed their formulation and made it into a croap instead of a hard puck. Let's get this out of the way here. So this is going to be the focus of shave number 1 here on the Soap Thing project. So let's take this into the shave den and do a shave with it. Okay. Welcome to my temporary shave den. My wife Christina and I took a road trip from St. Louis, Missouri to Hilton Head, South Carolina, and we're going to spend a week on the beach. Not that I need an excuse to use Fine Aquamarine, but it's nice to know I have one. So we got the Fine Aquamarine soap here today. Got the matching Aftershave. Razor we're going to use is going to be the RazoRock Lupo with the 0.72 millimeter blade gap, and it is currently outfitted with a Personna Platinum Blue fresh blade. The bowl we're going to be using is the Pereira Shavery travel shave bowl with the soap already in it. And the brush is from Knothead Brushworks, and it has a 24 millimeter Maggard SHD 2-band badger sitting on the top of it. So that'll be the brush that we're going to use today. So let's get all this gear together and make a lather. Okay, while we're lathering this up, let's talk about the scent for a minute. Now, my personal interpretation of this scent is that it is an aquatic with background notes of citrus and wood. Most of the notes blend together pretty well, so it's hard to pick a lot of them out. But the ones I do pick out are the amber, the lemon, and the oak moss. This is, in my opinion, quite an amber heavy sort of soap, so if you're somebody who's into blue frags, then you'll probably like this. I'm going to give this a little bit more water. So, but as far as aquatic scents go, this I think is a darn good one. It's certainly one of my personal favorites. Scent strength on a totally subjective and meaningless scale of light, moderate, strong, I would say that this is a lightly scented soap. So, getting close to getting a good lather here. I stopped using a pre-shave about 3.5-4 months ago. So I'm hoping I won't need one today, since I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 days of growth. Because of my job, I have to shave every day, so you won't be seeing me with this much growth very often. So, and I think we have a pretty good lather right now. Let me splash some water on the face. Normally I would just fill a sink up with cold water, but we're renting a house and the drain plug is stuck, so I'm not going to be doing any of that. I don't want a face that's too wet, so damp face will do just fine. And let's get this going here. Excellent aquatic scent on this. Like I said, it's definitely amber heavy, so if you're into that sort of thing, this will probably be right up in your wheelhouse. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. I'm currently using a Sony ZV-1 with a Rode Video Micro, and I'm probably using it crappily, so if we have any viewers who are camera experts or film experts, constructive criticism is always appreciated. Alright, so 5 days of growth with the RazoRock Lupo. Let's see how we do. I started shaving with double edge and single edge razors 4 years ago this month. I started off April 2017 on vintage Gillettes. At the time, I was not aware that there was this whole wet shaving movement going on. I mean, I knew you could buy double-edged blades brand new, but I didn't know you could buy brand new safety razors. I thought if you wanted to do this, you had to go find a vintage Gillette or a vintage Schick or something like that that was still in good enough shape to shave with and use that. I am nearsighted and I'm not currently wearing my glasses because it's tough to shave with them, so if I get a nick or a weeper or something like that, I might not know it right away, so I apologize. But anyway, once I realized that there were other fish to fry, I started dabbling in higher end razors from companies like Timeless, Charcoal Goods, Above the Tie. And I did that for a couple of years until I got my first RazoRock, which was the Mamba. And I've been using mostly RazoRocks ever since. I think 6 out of every 10 shaves that I do, I'm using a RazoRock. Okay. It's actually easier for me to look at the camera and shave than it is for me to look at the mirror and shave because the camera is closer. This RazoRock Lupo, I'll talk more about it in a future video because this is not by any means the last you'll see of it. This thing just hacks through a week of stubble, no problem at all. I am doing one pass mostly against the grain. Some of it is across the grain. And I do a fair bit of blade buffing. I have to be really careful about exactly how I shave, because once I get started, my face is basically a ticking time bomb. I am quite prone to ingrown hairs and acne. So, just by default, my face does not lend well to shaving this way. I mean, I figured it out. At the end of the day, the biggest variable in a shave is the operator. I very much believe that. But it was a long road to figuring out what the best shave is, or what the most fun shave is, or even what the most comfortable shave is. And I think a lot of people kind of don't get there right away. They got to work at it. Let me see here. Slickness, glide, and cushion on this thing is quite good, I'd say. I forgot to list the ingredients on this, and they're not on the tub, but I did look it up, and I do remember seeing that this has tallow, mango butter, and jojoba oil, or jojoba oil. I'm sure some of you will correct me on that. I'm pretty sure it's jojoba. The scent on this, I don't own many aquatic scents, but out of the few that I do own, I really like this one. I wanted to get this one a while ago, but it was discontinued in the triple mill puck version. And I had to wait a while for them to eventually reintroduce it as a crope. I say crope, but it's quite the creamy sort of affair. It's got a consistency similar to maybe a Katie's Bubbles luxury cream. It's a little creamier out of the tub than a Shannon soap, and Shannon soaps are pretty soft. This one's a little softer even than that. So, okay, let's rinse this off and see how I did. If if I accidentally said against the grain earlier, I apologize, but I shave primarily with the grain and sometimes across the grain for me. And like I said, it's because shaving against the grain is just asking for trouble for me. And especially in the lower part of my neck. Like my neck right here, that's a BBS free zone. That is a BBS free zone if there ever was one. So, especially without causing a little bit of irritation. Okay. Let's do fine Aquamarine Aftershave. Ooh wee. And this aftershave, I'm telling you, this is like an amber brick to the face. I cannot stress enough, if you like blue frags, this is up your alley. It is excellent. And fine aftershaves are excellent anyway. I mean, in my opinion, they are. Okay, at the end of every shave video, I want to propose a final question. And that question is, if I use this soap all the way to an empty container and exhausted it, would I buy this soap again? And with this one, I think the answer is yes, but barely. And this soap is almost a no thank you for me as far as a repeat purchase. And I think what saves it is the scent. Like, it is just an excellent, relaxing, refreshing, aquatic scent. And it's got those woody notes and those citrusy notes, and it just rounds out really well. The price is what makes it a hard purchase for me, because at $24.99 for 5 ounces, it's competing with Declaration Grooming, CK6 soaps from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, First Line Shave, Holy Cow soaps, and I don't think that the performance of this rises to the level of a $24.99 soap. I'm just going to come out and say that. It is nowhere near as high performing as, say, a Declaration Grooming soap or a CK6. It's not even close. So I would, and that's obviously my personal opinion. Now, don't let me stop you. Like, if you want to buy this, go ahead. I'm going to buy it again, more than likely, once I run out of it. But when I do, I will be purchasing it again, knowing full well that I'm paying more money for the scent that is darn good than I am for the performance. The performance is not bad. The performance is great. I just don't think it's the signature feature of this soap. And if you're looking for high-performing soaps, to me, that's not quite what this is for. This is a feel-good soap, scent-wise, and that's where I would place this. Excuse me. And those are my my final thoughts on fine Aquamarine. I want to thank everybody for joining me today on the Soap Thing project. And until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.